This is Greg Troutwine with Maritime Reporter TV. We're here at the International Workboat Show in New Orleans, and we're very pleased to be with Mr. Paul Switzer, the manager of shipbuilding and offshore for Viega. And Paul, first and foremost, thanks for joining us.
Thank you for the invitation to come talk about Viega and the company.
I'm sure many of our viewers know the Viega name. I'm sure some of them don't. So why don't you give us a short introduction of the company?
Viega is a worldwide company, and we specialize in press fittings.
Okay.
So it's an alternative to traditional methods of welding, threading, connecting pipe.
Okay.
So it's faster, safer, reliable, and we have a lot of people know us for our traditional pro press copper.
Okay.
So when they come by the booth, they said, oh, we've seen this before.
Okay.
So today at the show, we're launching our new line of Mega Press Copper Nickel.
Okay.
And this is designed to press on inch-size pipe.
Mm-hmm.
Traditionally, we've had a metric system in the U.S., but it's really not a good fit because you have to use adapters to adapt it into the ship.
Okay.
Now they can just cut the pipe, slide a repair coupling in, and press this together in 4 to 7 seconds.
So Paul, when we talk about introducing the Mega Press Copper Nickel line, can you just give some size and shape, the breadth of the line that
Sure.
that people will see today?
Sure. So we mentioned our flagship was ProPress.
Mm-hmm.
So ProPress is a different kind of connection.
Mm-hmm.
It goes half to 4 inch.
Okay.
So an installer is able to press in half the 4 inch pipe without doing any hot work.
Okay.
The Mega Press family of fittings is a more robust fitting
Okay.
that can be used on heavier wall pipe, Sked 40, Sked 80. And so it comes in carbon steel. It's already on the market. ABS, Coast Guard, Lloyd's, all the marine approvals. Then we made it in stainless for Schedule 10 and
Okay.
Schedule 40 and
Mm-hmm.
Sked 80 pipe. And then we evolved to the copper nickel line specifically for seawater applications. Copper nickel is used in seawater applications because it's not the seawater is not corrosive to copper nickel. And so there's some benefits to this are you can press it in 4 to 7 seconds.
Okay.
Half inch to 2 inch.
Okay.
Next year we're going 2.5, 3, and 4 inch in all of these materials.
Oh wow.
So eventually they'll be able to press half to 4 inch with a handheld battery tool.
Okay. Wow.
So now your installer is mobile.
Okay.
He can go deck to deck to deck and do
Yeah.
different sizes, different configurations, T's, unions, flanges, and we have complete lines. It's not just, say, a coupling or a union. Okay.
Okay, so if I'm not using this tool, this system, I mean, what is the traditional method? And I guess from the person on the ship, the user, what are the benefits? I'm thinking safety,
So the
I'm thinking
benefits
ease.
are no hot work permits, no fire watch, no chemist. We can teach someone with very little pipe installation experience. We can train them to be a certified installer in 40 minutes.
Can you just put in perspective where we're at today as far as acknowledgement and acceptance of the MegaPress technology on board ships? Because it seems to be natural, particularly when you're talking about the elimination of hot work, which I know on ships is a very big issue.
Yes. So the ProPress copper line
Mm-hmm.
has been in the market in the U.S. for 15 years
Okay.
and a lot longer in Germany.
Okay.
So on our European side, they're a lot more evolved in the press technology on ships.
Okay.
The American shipbuilding market
Mm-hmm.
is evolving towards. We can't find qualified welders.
Okay.
It's a trade that it's not being passed on. So
Mhm.
they're looking for alternatives to reduce build cost,
Mm-hmm.
reduce maintenance cost,
Mm-hmm.
do an emergency repair while underway without having to stop.
Mm-hmm.
We can cut a live line,
Mhm.
put in and fix a leak
Mhm.
while the pipe is wet.
Okay.
Traditionally, you'd have to drain it, dry it out, dry the zone out, make sure there's no fumes. We can press a fitting in with fuel dripping out of the pipe.
That's amazing. So obviously there are many different market niches. Where do you see right now the best opportunity for this system?
We we look at 5 markets.
Okay.
Military,
Yep.
commercial, oil and gas,
Mhm.
mega yacht, and then cruise.
Okay.
So we're the only press fitting company in the world that offers metric and standard alternatives.
Okay.
Because you could take a fleet, say, of workboats,
Mm-hmm.
and half of them could be metric and half of them could be standard. We can provide the solution to the customer using the same tool,
Okay.
putting in metric or standard. I'm going to do a little mini training for you.
Okay.
You're not going to get the 40-minute version.
Okay.
You cut the pipe relatively square.
Mm-hmm.
You deburr it, and then you insert it into the pipe.
Okay.
And we have the installer mark the pipe.
Okay.
The reason why is if it slips out, well, you want to snap this together like Legos
Okay.
and make sure it terminates where you want it to terminate.
Okay.
Because if it doesn't and you've welded it, you have to cut everything out and rerun it.
Gotcha.
With Viega, you can unsnap it, move your equipment, relocate stuff,
Okay.
and then go back and just press it back together.
Okay. Awesome.
Yeah. So we've done that. Let's pretend we put a mark here.
Okay.
You have a battery tool.
Yep.
Green light means go. If there's any kind of issue, red light, it cannot make a press.
Okay.
Battery's low, can't make a press.
Okay.
So you'll put that in. Green light means go. Okay, so we're going to insert this in the jaw. You can see it. This is flexible, so you can get into tight areas on a ship,
Absolutely.
which is also a big issue. There's not a lot of space on ships to work. You're going to put that in there. I'm going to hand this to you.
Okay.
I'll hold it. You just hold the trigger till it stops. You just made a permanent copper nickel connection without having to weld or braze.
Perhaps I have a new career.
Well, perhaps you're qualified.
Yeah.
But think about what we would have had to do to prep this area to do a weld right here.
Yeah.
So now that we expedite piping on the ship, what the shipyards have learned is now we expedite the paint, the electrical, and all the other trades working around the pipe installations, speeds up the entire phase, not just the piping.
Are there any additional features to the product that you think are selling it to bring out in this interview?
There's one important feature that Viega has a patent on, and it's called our Smart Connect technology, which means you have this big pipe job on the ship, and the installer forgets to press a fitting. This dot means this has our Smart Connect feature. It's guaranteed to leak under hydro, so he can find anything he forgot to press and press it until the gauge holds and passes hydro.
Okay.
If you're welding, you'd have to dry out the entire system,
Yep.
re-weld it, or cut it out and do your repair.
Okay.
We can just press it until it's live.
Okay.
And Shipforce can put an inventory on board with a battery tool, and we provide all the free training and support to the customer. So while they're underway, say a military SEAL command in wartime, and they have an emergency repair, they can go down and make the repair while they're underway. They don't have to stop.
Okay.
They don't have to find a shipyard. They can do the repairs on the ship using their own ship force.
Okay. Incredible. Again, thank you very much.
Thank you, Greg.
All right. Thanks, buddy.